girl T here, back with another inspired video. This is very inspired, 2 for 1 today, because I had a viewer ask me to do a question for them, answer a question for them, and I'm happy to do so. I told you guys that I will be happy to answer questions until I hit 1,000 subs. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel. You guys can go back and watch other videos if you want to know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to dive straight into the question, no affirmation of the day, because I did that in the previous video. So the question was, what do you think about when people say affirm through the tears? Very good question. Now, my viewpoint on this has changed. I've expressed to you guys that I used to be a hardcore affirmer, where I took it to the next level, where I just wouldn't stop affirming no matter what was going on. I thought I had to affirm 24/7, and I started to create that rule unknowingly in my own world that I had to be affirming 24/7 to get what I want, which is not productive rule to make. It burns you out. So, you know that I also say in all my videos that you have to be gentle with yourself and take your time and take steps towards creating your new life. So in short answer, no, I do not agree to a sense in affirming through your tears. Now, this is it's got layers to it. So do I believe in affirming through your tears if they're tears of joy? Of course. If something clicked in you and you're happy and it resonated with you and you're so moved that you start crying, affirm through those tears. Let's say you broke through in a big realization with your SP, and it doesn't even matter if there's movement or not, but you realize somebody said something to you and it made a light bulb go off in your head, and you're like, oh my God, I've always been with them. It's always been me. And you start crying tears of joy and resistance releases. You can affirm through those tears of happiness. I'm so happy that I had this breakthrough. I'm so happy I feel better now. I'm so happy I realize that all my desires are coming to me quickly and easily because all I have to do is work on self, something along those lines. You can affirm through tears of happiness because you're in a positive state of mind and it feels good to affirm. That's what I always tell you guys. When it feels good to affirm, do so, whatever that means to you. Now, I'm going to go into a second part of affirming through tears. Now, I have a 4-year-old son, and I told you guys I learned so much from him because he is the truest form of source, like where we're born from, source. We're a sponge until 7 or 8 years old, they say, just absorbing information. We don't have a lot of pre-programming to us because we're new, we're fresh. Everything in the world is amazing and new. So with my son, when he is crying, if he's just fake crying, I can easily pacify him by being like, it's okay, baby, you're fine. Mommy loves you. You're safe. You're secure. And he'll stop crying. That would be affirming through some superficial tears because he knows how to put it on. If he is just balls to the wall, giving her, crying, shaking, scared, you can tell that something is really wrong with him. Like, let's say he hit his head really hard and you cannot console him. I can't sit there and just affirm to him, oh, it's okay, it's okay, oh, baby, mommy loves you. I could do that till the cows come home, but he's still gonna shake and be scared and nervous, and you could tell his emotions are just like overwhelming. They're just coming out of him. So in those moments, what I do with him, which I think that would be useful to you to do for yourself, is I distract him. I pull up a toy, or I show him I say, what color is that? And he'll be like, red. And I'll say, how do you spell red? It's called a pattern interrupt. We're interrupting our pattern of behavior by focusing our brain on something else. And your brain will be like, whoa, 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 we're busy crying. What are you doing? And it'll have to shift its energy and focus onto something else. And it will forget that you were crying, and it will start calming you down by focusing on something else. So if you're at a level 3 cry fest maximum, I do not think that affirming is a great idea, because you need to let those feelings out. And if they're unconsolable, like you're going days and days crying and you're slipping into like a depressed state, I would definitely say, outside of getting medical help, I never try and say that affirming and manifestation does not require medical help in certain situations. Sometimes you do need to go to see a doctor, psychologist, whatever. I'm not saying that that's not an option. I'm just saying for lighter issues where it's just like you broke up with someone and you can't get out of that funk, I would definitely say that you should invest in distracting yourself and focusing on a better feeling emotion. So let's say we broke up with someone and we just cannot get them out of our mind. Affirmations are not working. We're crying inconsolably. Try doing something nice for yourself and kind for yourself. Taking a bath, going for a walk, calling a friend. Not calling a friend to vent the story over and over about why you broke up, why you think they'll never come back, but talking about how you're feeling and how what you're feeling at the moment. Just releasing that story and then finding ways to console yourself, pacify yourself by distracting yourself until you feel better emotionally. And I'm different now in the sense with manifestation that I don't think there's a time limit on when and how you get things. And I don't think that affirming your way through pain and torture is the answer. I think that you should always put your mental and physical health first, and you should always be in tune with your body and feel out your emotions and see how you're feeling first, and then affirm through emotions when you're in a neutral or a positive state, as opposed to a depressed, sad state. Because to me, when I had felt off certain days and I had robotically affirmed, it usually ended up working against me for the fact that I was in a negative headspace, but I was affirming anyways, so I didn't resonate with my affirmations. I was just doing them because that's what I thought I had to do. Whereas now, if I'm having a low day and I feel like I'm going to affirm here and there, but for the most part, I'm going to do things to treat myself nicely that day, then so be it. I'm going to treat myself nicely that day. It took me 30 plus years to get where I am right now. It's not going to take me 30 seconds to get everything that I've learned, unlearned, and retrained. So I give myself that grace period. I allow myself to have off days, and you should too. If you have days where you feel like sticking your head in the sand and you want to chill out for a day or two and have a cry fest and get the old story out and go back to the programming in a couple of days, don't hesitate. You don't have to act like you have a 1 week expiration date on your manifestation journey. If you truly are aligned with where you are going, you won't feel a time crunch on your manifestation journey, because you will know that you'll always get what you want, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week, or next year, because you create your own reality. And it took time to get you where you are now. It'll take time to get you where you're going in a healthy way. If that does not answer the question for you, subscriber, please comment below. Or if you have any questions about what I said, comment below. And for anybody else, like I said, open season, please comment below. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.